Hi everyone. All right. So there's a warrior, I should call her um, a warrior who in 2020 was arrested for inciting a march. All right. And at the time, she was on her way to have her ultrasound, and these guys came in, cops, whatever you want to call them, losers, came in and arrested her, which is it's a weird thing that when it actually happened, because we were all posting about marches everywhere, and I was telling everybody, I was telling all of you to go to a march just to feel that the person next to you cares so much about you, even though they don't know you from a bar of soap, that you're all in this kind of thing together. That, okay. So this beautiful woman who was about to go to her ultrasound. The video, I will put the link for the video for those that haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you're living under a rock. Um, she's in her PJs, was going to get, shower change or whatever to go to this ultrasound, and they came and arrested her in front of her family, etc., etc. All right, so it's just the corruption we know, blah, blah. All right, so she is Yang Fire. So with this Yang Fire that she actually is, she sits on earth. Now, if you think of fire, and because it's Yang Fire, so Yang Fire is like the bonfire. What do people do when they see a bonfire? They gravitate to it. It's like, that's the kind of person that she actually is at the same time. And she's the Yang Fire that she is adventurous, honest. They have the ability to make a success of things, that type of energy. Very protective about their family and their reputation at the same time. So that's elementally, that's what she is. She sits on the earth. That earth is her expression. So when fire burns, it makes earth, as in ash. So that's her expression. So she sits on her expression. This expression is also the dog. So she's very humble, that kind of thing. So the fire on this earth is a warrior already. And in ancient times, this would have been the person that led the army into battle. If you look at her, she's petite, all of that, you'd think, I don't know. But very energetic, assertive, passionate is what this fire is, and impatient at the same time, all right? So they're not the people that beat around the bush, all right? And hot-tempered, yes, because it's the bonfire, think of that. But this fire has, what I teach about fire elements is they have a black box. We call it a black box. So everything they learn, every bit of knowledge is kept in this black box. They do not forget anything, okay? There's courage in action. That's what this is, the humbleness of it as well. In Chinese, they call Yang Fire blaze, okay? So she was arrested on this is earth on metal. Now the earth is her expression. So she was arrested because it was the day, it was just one day, and they chose that day to arrest her. So it was already a challenging day. That's all it was, a challenging day, nothing more. And because of the year that this challenging day was in, 2020, and to add to that, she's in a 10 years cycle. So we call that a life cycle from 21 to 31. And she's in wood. Wood actually feeds the fire. And this is the earth. This is the dragon. So in these 10 years, she would have been a bit challenged, and she would have to be careful in that 10 years what she says, because she gets herself in trouble in that 10 years. So I don't know her except for that video. I did ask her, can I do her chart and can I post a picture of her family as the thumbnail for it? And she said yes. So she probably doesn't even know what I do either. I just said it's an astrology reaction to her and what's happened. So 21 to 31, it's wood, feeds the fire. This earth is a dragon and this is the dog. So from 21 to 31, she was already a bit challenged. And she's challenged because the dragon is the gate of heaven and the dog is the gate to the underworld. And she's kind of in between. And so she's been challenged. So 21, and it goes 10 years. So 26. So 26, something big happened for her. 21, something big happened for her. So it's also supportive. And supportive meaning that this went viral in that sense, and people were on her side supporting her. But she felt trapped. Okay, and that's what ends up happening. And it's because it's earth, that's what her talents, her skills, it's kind of like that blaze, the bonfire was put out by the earth. All right. Now, the final court date, I know she's been going to court, etc., but the day she went to court is wood on wood. And this wood on wood is quite strong because it feeds this fire. It means there's support left, right, and center on that particular date, which was the 30th of August. So it wasn't that long ago. And on that, the rabbit, this is the rabbit, this rabbit and this, that what she sits on, which is also what we call the house of spouse, so it's her partner as well. He brings out her talents and skills as well. So he's funny that. So brings out her talents and skills at the same time. And this is in harmony. So the beautiful harmony of this is the dog and the rabbit are in harmony. And what do they make? More fire. So on that particular day, there must have been, or everybody that was around her was supporting her, which is amazing because I wanted to know why she got off on a particular day, why she was arrested. You know how I say to all of you, there's a reason and one day does it, okay? Now, she's coming into 31. The 31 she's coming into is 31 to 41. She's coming into that next year, okay? So she still feels that little bit of a trap thing because of what she wants to do, so she couldn't do. She's trapped between heaven and the underworld, that kind of thing. And that makes people more rebellious when you're feeling trapped, which is really what we had. So she's already got that trap thing, and then we had to go in lockdown, etc. So you can understand not everybody would have had this, okay? All right. So the thing here is why on this particular day when she was arrested, it was worse is because this metal, which is a monkey, this is the dragon, which is in her 10-year cycle. With the year 2020 of the rat, it makes more water. Water is actually what puts out the fire. So water is anybody in authority. And that's why she copped it the way she did. And same with others you may have seen, police arrests, etc. They would have copped it in that way. If you guys remember Matt Lawson, I think is his, he's also that fire element, and that kind of month, he copped it left, right, and centre. He didn't run as fast as us from the bullets. Anyway, so she's in 31 to 41, and if you have a look at this is the same wood as that, which harmonizes with the dog and the house of spouse. This is water, but this is now her power. It's not putting her out. It's her power. Okay, so that means whatever she decides to do and starts next year, she's going to do very, very well because it's her power. Her power sits on the wood, which is feeding the fire, the support. It's in harmony with the earth, whatever she says. So it's kind of like open your mouth and sell ice to the Eskimos. They will buy it, okay? So in this particular 10 years, Zoe, you're going to do some amazing things. I don't know what they are, but it's also emotional. So this is very emotional. I don't know if what your line of work was or is, etc. But this is amazing what you are going to do. So 2020 brings in that water that puts out this fire, yes, but at the same time, this is favorable. So this favorable is giving you power, empowering you, and the wood underneath it is feeding you, and you've become fierce like the tiger. So next year is a rabbit. So do you see why it's like all of this is happening? So there's a rabbit on the day they said done and dusted. There's a rabbit coming at 31, and next year is also a water rabbit. It's exactly your 10-year luck cycle. That doesn't happen often. And so you will feel empowered, and it'll be like you have all this knowledge. I don't know what it is that you are learning, or your job is, besides being a mum. And congratulations again. So with this, I actually got in touch with a few of the guys, and I said, like Morgan from Reignite and Aiden, and I said, you guys need to bring this young lady on board because you are ready. I know you might not think you're ready, but this says to me that you are ready. So go ahead, be the rebellious person, but the rebellious person that gets us somewhere. And also, I didn't mention is the month you're born is a goat, and the hour you are born, which you gave me, is a goat. So the goat, remember what a goat does as well. A goat will go and climb this damn wall to see what's there, not to eat, not for food, not for whatever, but must see what's there. So do you see why I look at you elementally? Beautiful person, don't get me wrong. But I look at you elementally and I think, whoa, yeah. So if I was running Victoria, I would be afraid just from that. Cool? Good. And thank you for allowing me to do that. It just helps everybody understand the elements as well that I've been posting forever about. Thank you. And like I said, congrats and good luck. You really need to step out.